So the good folks over at Reebok had a package delivered to me today, and well, let me just show you what the box looks like, and I'm sure you can figure out what we're talking about. So let's go ahead and get this bad boy lifted up. It's huge. So we got Reebok, we got Angel Reese. So like only me, we're talking about the Reebok Angel Reese 1. Let's get into it. What's going on, everybody? It's Mike from the Sneaker History Podcast, and we are back with another video. Guys, thank you so much for joining. I really do appreciate you for coming on back for another review. Guys, we got a early look today, and when I say early, I think it's like 1 or 2 days, just depending on when I get the video out. But the good folks over at Reebok, which shout out to you guys there, I really do appreciate this. They sent me this, well, you guys saw in the box, or in the intro, the huge box, this ginormous box here. That looks to be, if you can even see the front, guys, I'm struggling, I don't have no room for this. You see, you got Angel Reese's name there. So I can only assume that we're looking at the upcoming Angel Reese 1, because that does drop on the 18th, which is, I'm recording this on Tuesday. Gonna get the video out to you guys Wednesday, so you guys should have the shoe released on Thursday. So you guys can kind of get an idea what it is before you go make that purchase. But let's get into it because, good lord, I'd have to do B-roll of the box before shooting the video because I just don't have enough space. I need to get a C-stand so I can see the straight down shot so you guys can see those kinds of things. That's next on the list, but let's open this bad boy up. And if I shake the camera, I apologize because, again, I just don't have a lot of room. So before we get into the shoe, there's a couple things that did come in the box. So they had, first of all, really cool. That's probably why that box is so heavy here. Or one of the reasons, it's huge, but we got a Beats pill, which is really cool, so appreciate you guys for sending that over. Of course, it's in pink. It looks like that is kind of the theme here with the box with the pink and silver, so appreciate you guys for that. Then we got an Angel Reese headband. Look at that. I mean, should I just do it for the video? Why not, huh? You know what? Let's just throw it on. I don't know if I'll really ever wear this. Maybe probably give it to my wife to wear in the gym. I don't know, maybe. But here you go. I'll throw it on for the video. Why the heck not? It's here. Boom, I feel like a Ninja Turtle right now. Then we got, looks like a shirt as well. So we got, boom, we got the Angel Reese logo shirt with a little Reebok Vector logo as well, popping off there. Oh, and we gotta get to the good stuff now. Well, I mean, it's all good stuff, but you know, what you guys are here to see, which is gonna be the shoes. So, first shoe up, yeah, notice I said first one, right? So we got the Diamond Dust pair, which is going to be probably the one we're going to look at. But this is the Diamond Dust pair. But, not to be outdone, we have one more pair as well. And one with the, I think, the funniest and best name because, you know, Angel Reese, power forward for Chicago Sky, definitely gets her fair share of criticism, is definitely a polarizing player with her rebounds. And one of the things that people criticize is that she gets her own rebounds, which kind of pads her stats. Well, kind of taking that in stride, she decided to trademark the term me-bound, which a lot of people on Twitter called it. And so we're gonna have, see that? The me-bound pair. So this is gonna be a kind of a darker pink, lighter pink, powder pink color. So we got 2 pairs that came here, so super appreciative to Reebok again for these. Really awesome. I like what they're doing with their basketball division, and I really think that, you know, as time keeps progressing, they're going to be a major player again in the basketball space. But let us, well, let's move some of the stuff around because I got too much stuff on me on my lap here, and I can't even operate. So let's put this bad. Oh, see, look, hit my desk. Put this bad boy down. And let's get right into the shoe. Boom. So this one's going to be, literally I just forgot the name. How did I forget the name that quick? Let's keep the cards. That's gonna help. Oh, Diamond Dust. I always had it right in my head. So we have the Diamond Dust colorway here. Now, what's really cool about this is that you can definitely tell there's some elements from, of course, the Engine A here, but they've done it in a way where it still has some of the DNA, but it's not quite the same, if you guys can see both of these shoes here. Now, first things first, we're gonna look at this upper, which I really like the upper. Actually, I like the upper on this one more than the Engine A because it's a little bit more molded, and that kind of goes into the build here. So it's gonna be a molded TPU cage that we're seeing across the top here, and it is gonna give a little bit more depth than the Engine A does. It's raised more, so it has a little bit more, I feel like a little bit more character than the Engine A. I love the Engine A, but I just love with the Angel Reese 1 how we're kind of getting this raised, almost kind of puffy type feel on the cage here. Now underneath that, you're gonna get that mesh. You're gonna get a light mesh underneath. You guys can see that in these openings. That's gonna provide some, of course, breathability while you're playing in the shoe, because we know playing basketball games, your foot is going to get hot. Now, as we go to the lace area, the eyelets, the tongue, we're gonna have a flat lace here done up in kind of that gray color. That, well, did they have a specific color for this one? Let me see. Did they put it on here? I mean, I know it's diamond dust, but I don't know if there's a specific color that they didn't put it on here. So it's gonna give you, it's like a light gray, almost like a cool gray type color here. You're gonna get that flat lace. You're gonna have your eyelets, which are gonna be done up, and again, just like the the Engine A, is gonna be a fuse setup. So you're gonna have fuse to make sure you're not ripping through the eyelets while you're playing, trying to squeeze it as tight as you can. And they're gonna sit on top of a very soft open cell mesh tongue that's actually gonna have another covering that has smaller perforations. I don't know if you guys can see that, but of course I got the B-roll for you, so don't worry. And one of the features of this diamond pair is going to be this pearl right here. Kind of just a little, geez, Dubray, but the Dubray is kind of in the middle. I was kind of surprised where it is. And it's not a lace lock or anything, it's just right there in the middle. Usually those Dubrays, you get them at the bottom lace here, but nope, right there. But again, that's something that's specific to that particular colorway here. The Me Bounds color does not have that extra Dubray there. It's just gonna be the flat pink laces on this particular pair. Now, as you get up to the top of the tongue, you're going to get a, kind of feels like it's gonna be a synthetic here, almost like a synthetic patent leather type material. We're gonna have Angel Reese's logo. It's got a really reflective, kind of have this pearlescent finish, so you see it's shining. Just want to make sure you guys can actually see it here. There you go. It's a pretty nice tongue on the sneaker as well. It's really plush, really soft. When I actually tried these on, they sit well on the foot, but we'll talk about the fit a little bit later here. Now, as we get into the inside of the shoe, let me get this paper back out of here. We're gonna have a light gray sock liner. As you flip it over here, you're gonna have the Angel Reese logo, and I did pull the insole out earlier, but of course it did here. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna say adhere yourself back pretty good. But here is gonna be a foam midsole here. Pretty run-of-the-mill, standard, nothing crazy, nothing terrible, but nothing amazing on the insole. But I will say it's not bad cushion-wise. When you mix it in with the cushioning we're gonna talk about here in just a minute. But again, you do have the branding there. Now, something they have in the Angel Reese shoe that I don't, let me see here. I guess, you know, they have it in both. It's just kind of hard to see in the Engine A. It looks like it's a little bit more pronounced in the Angel Reese 1. Looks like they probably stepped it up a little bit. They're gonna have a couple of ankle cushions here, a little bit of Achilles padding right inside there. You guys see that? Let me get a, make sure there you go. You guys can see that. It's a little bit more pronounced in the Angel Reese 1 than it is in the Engine A, so I like that. So they're improving that lockdown as they keep going on as they're making these shoes. Now, as we get to the heel area, you're going to have kind of this neoprene popping out of that synthetic material here, just giving a little sculpted look. Very nice. I like the way that sits together. I just like the details. But one of my favorite pieces of the shoe, which is probably kind of weird, but it's going to be the heel counter. So the heel counter is really low on the shoe, but it fits right into the outsole, or the midsole, I should say. And it's just like a TPU plate here. We're gonna have the Reebok that is molded into it, the Reebok Vector logo that is molded into it. And of course, you're gonna have some of the ERS, or energy return system, is visible right there in the heel as well. And when it comes to the midsole, it is gonna be just an EVA foam midsole that's going to have, of course, some of the outsole wrapping up to the sides to provide some lateral stability. You're gonna have the Reebok Vector logo that's gonna be there. And when you turn it to the medial side of the midsole, you're gonna have Unapologetic, which I'm going to have a B-roll piece shot for you guys to see that piece. And of course, also, they don't have actually a plate in the Angel Reese 1 or the Engine A for that matter. Yeah, just, nah, they don't actually have a plate. I'm actually surprised. But right in the middle of the foot there, midfoot, you're going to get the Angel Reese, again, logo. Again, I got B-roll. This shoe is so shiny. I think sometimes it's kind of hard to see some of the parts. Let's see here. There you go. Man, maybe I should just pick this pink pair up and did the review there, but there you go. As we get around to that outsole, it is going to have this very wavy pattern. You guys see here, it's gonna be like it's a weird, this is like the waves are turned on the side, so instead of the typical, like the more herringbone style direction, it's gonna be flipped on the side, a more wavy traction pattern here, but you're gonna have a couple pods that are going to one on a forefoot be kind of more just oblong, kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Well, abstract, that's the word. Thank you guys. I had to think about it for kind of the abstract pattern here, along with, of course, another setup on the heel that's going to have that same kind of wavy pattern as well. Just looks like it's in different directions there. So you have a multi-directional traction pattern. And one thing I noticed here, you're going to have some kind of emojis in there. Symbols, emojis, I don't mean, it depends on, I guess, who you are, what you want to call them. But right in there, again, I got B-roll so you guys get a better look. But we got looks like a star, a heart. Wait, what do we got? The asterisk, a star, a heart, a pound symbol, or I guess hashtag, depending on how old you are, and a peace sign. So you got all that right here. And of course, you're gonna see the cutouts where you're gonna have the energy return system both in the forefoot and in the heel of the sneaker. Now, I know people are like, oh, the ERS is not the same as it was before. Correct. It is not the tubes with the air. Energy return has now become a nitrogen infused foam, which is super comfortable actually. So before you complain about it, check them out because they actually are super comfortable. Now I will tell you, it is a basketball shoe, and with this EVA foam midsole, it's going to be a little stiff to start with. Of course, the cushioning under the heel and the forefoot are comfortable, but again, most basketball shoes are stiffer to begin with, so it does require a little bit of break-in time, I feel like. I just got these in, so I did not go playing them as of yet. But just putting my foot in them, I'll say they fit true to size, and they fit nice. I wouldn't go up any sizing here just because you guys can kind of see it's kind of a wide setup the way they built it out. So I don't think you have to go up a half size if you were to fit a little wider. Definitely try them on. If you have the Engine A, I think it's pretty much the same. Looks like a pretty similar last. I could be wrong, but look at them. They're decently wide, so I feel like, again, try them on if you can, but if you can't, I don't feel like you have to actually go up that half size. But again, whatever you typically wear in basketball shoes, hey, if you don't have the ability to try it on, I would go with that same size. I think that is pretty standard in regards to this particular shoe. Now, they will be releasing on, again, September 18th, which is this coming Thursday, for 120 bucks. It'll be in this color. Again, why do I keep forgetting the name of this color? Diamond Dust. Why is that so hard to remember? Diamond Dust. Get the me bound, and there's this one, if I can, I'll put the picture up here as well. It's like this white with the black toe, which is super clean as well. But you know what? In a landscape, well, how I'm trying to say this, the landscape of sneakers now is awesome because we're getting a lot of new things, which includes new signature sneakers. And what makes it even better, you're getting more women with signature sneakers as well. So, and every woman's signature sneaker I've seen so far has been pretty solid. So you can add this to the roster of really good looking signature basketball shoes. I like what they've done here. I'm excited to see some more colors as well. But you guys let me know what you think. Do you like the Angel Reese one? Do you not like it? Let me know down in the comments. And until next time, guys, see ya.